Hey guys, this is Shane and welcome to my Curator of the Lost channel. Today, I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to encourage you not to make a New Year's resolution. Don't do it. Instead, do what we're going to talk about today. Do something else instead of making a resolution. Don't be doomed to failure. Set yourself up for success. So, hey, I want to say it's Happy New Year. I hope you guys are having a great day. We're starting off with 2023, and I wish everybody out there a bright and prosperous future for the new year. So, also before I jump in, I want to say thanks for your subscribers. Thanks for the longtime viewers, everybody that's watching. You guys keep watching. You know, I'll keep making these and see what happens, and we'll just go from there. So let's jump in. Don't make a New Year's resolution. Just don't do it. The statistics say that 80% of resolutions are over by February. I think, it takes, 90 days of doing something to make a habit. The human condition and how we're wired, if we don't do things for a long enough period of time, they drop by the wayside and things move too slow for us. New Year's resolutions are made to be broken. The odds are against you. So instead, do this. It's just think of it differently. Let's do a 360 on ourselves, on our selling business, where we're at, what we're trying to do, and we'll dig into that a little bit deeper. But let's make it, instead of a resolution, let's make an actionable work plan, okay? Let's make an actionable work plan, something that lays out what we're going to do and has a greater chance for success. All right, so unpacking this a little bit, in the business world, if you do a 360 evaluation, what you're doing. It's not just you're going in and you're getting evaluated by your boss, and it's more than that. You get supervisor reviews, but you can review yourself. You can get peers to review colleagues, even customers, and so you're doing this 360. Well, in the book selling world, where it's a little bit of a singular activity, and unless you're members of a Discord or a use group or something. But at the same time, you can be very introspective and objective and look at what you're doing and take notes of what you're doing right, what you did past year that worked, what you said you were going to do that didn't work out, and take stock of all that and formulate what you want the next year to bring. And that brings you into, instead of just saying, for example, I could say that my resolution is to not have a death pile. I'm gonna fail at that with just that simple resolution. I'm doomed to failure. But if I can figure out an actionable work plan, and it could be that things like this, I carve out time on my schedule that I'm going to list for an hour on Tuesday and Thursday mornings or Saturday morning. Or maybe as I'm drinking coffee in the mornings, instead of reading the news, I'm going to list for 15 minutes. And that would be an actionable plan that any death pile that I have would help get it down. I could go as far as saying, when I bring items in, into the Curator of the Lost abode, that I'm going to put a restriction on myself, that I can't source again until I get those things listed on eBay or boxed up and sent to Amazon. That would be pretty drastic for me, and it might put me in like fits of despair if I try to do that, so I probably won't. But you get the point. That's an actionable plan. Things that, you're looking at your schedule. I'm not just saying I'm going to do this 2 days a week. Really look at your schedule, carve out time that's realistic, and then schedule it and set it up. Then maybe have, maybe part of it is taking note of how many things I have in my death pile to list, how many things are there, and maybe do a weekly inventory of, am I making progress, right? And being objective about that process. So that's actionable work plans, okay? That's what I'm talking about. In your case, I'm just using death piles because probably everybody, or probably 90% of us have them. And for me personally, that's something that I know if I'm looking at, if I were just going to make a New Year's resolution, that would be a good one for me. But I prefer having a work plan on it to help guarantee my success, okay? So I guess feeding into this, some actions that I I'm going to be working on for a work plan and how to get there. For me, on eBay, I'm definitely going to try to put some kind of guardrails or some kind of structure, I guess is a better way to put it, on my listing habits, okay? I don't know what that looks like yet for me, but it's something that I recognize in doing this 360 look on myself that I've been really bad at this past year. What happened this past year, I had one buddy gave me a bunch of Warhammer books. I hit a library book sale where I hit like 150 books. I had another sale that I hit over 100 books. And so all of a sudden it was boom, I had a huge death pile, and it took a long time to dig out from that, okay? So that's, for me, is one thing I've got to do. I've got my cheat sheet here. The other thing that I'm going to work on in my inventory on eBay is I'm going to be, and I've started this already, I'm doing reviews of long sitters and books that the price has gone down. And is it really even just worth it? You know, cull those out, get them out, save that space. I think it's good for us mentally, if not emotionally. It's your frame of mind on, you know, it's like, you know, if this thing's really not worth it, really, you know, it's causing me a lot of angst about, you know, not selling or not listing, and I'm only going to make $2 out of it. Forget it. And I think the corollary to that is I source on eBay, since I do have a pretty good inventory built up, I really want to concentrate on, you know, higher dollar books. Now, for me, if I see something cool and I can only make $5 off of it, I don't care. I'm still going to get it, right? I know that's part of it for me. I love finding cool stuff and getting it in the wild and getting it back out to somebody who wants it. But these are things on eBay I'm working on. On Amazon, some of my work plan things I want to do is, number one is sourcing and maybe even research more how I can do some bulk buys, and then get a plan in place for increasing my inventory. And then the other big one I'm considering on Amazon is I want to really look at, I need to get ungated for CDs and DVDs so that other media can be sold. I've actually started buying some things I've seen in prep for that. So that's part of that work plan, but I don't want to get too deep on it until I get ungated, right? So that's the things that I want to do that are not gonna, you know, they're not, I'm not gonna say the resolutions, they're not New Year's resolutions, but they're things that I'm developing plans for to help, you know, motivate me and give me success in those endeavors. And if I just say my New Year's resolution is to do this, I don't think that I'll follow through. But if I spend the time and I do a little bit of introspection on it, do a little bit of 360 evaluation, then I know that it can increase my odds for success. When I look back on the past year, my number of sales, I've kind of expanded some of my sourcing where I hit estate sales a little more, not just relying on, you know, I've really got good estate sales, good library stores, and good thrift stores, and they all have the ebb and flow. So I feel like what I've done really good in this past year is I've managed my ebb and flow good. Then my big thing this past year was getting, you know, starting selling on Amazon. So now I've got eBay and Amazon. That has all worked. It's all been positive. So I'm gonna call it last year's success, and I'm gonna build on that. And that's the whole key to everything we do, right? It's not just as booksellers, but in life, in anything we do. I was teaching the kids, coaching the kids in soccer, and I would always tell all these little kids, I say, you know, what do? We practice, you know, and we get a little bit better every day. And then as we continue, all those little bit of betters add up to be a whole lot better. And that's what we do in our selling and all of our endeavors in life is, hey, we just strive to get a little bit better each time. And then we wake up and it's a lot better. So anyway, my advice, don't make a resolution. Make an actionable work plan. Make some examples, you know, that I'm working on, and because I know I can always improve. So hopefully, if nothing else, it's given you some food for thought. You guys have a happy new year, and remember this in 2023: when you see cool, you got to buy cool. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.